Good morning, everybody. What's up? Today is Monday, June 9th, and I wasn't able to go walk today, so there's no cardio yap. But I did want to yap about this. So I read this book daily. It's called The Daily Stoic 36 Meditations on Wisdom, Perseverance, and the Art of Living by Ryan Holiday and Stefan Hanselman. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but I read this daily, and it comes with a journal. It doesn't come with a journal. You gotta buy the pack together. It's 30 and 30, so it's $60 for both of them. But I thought I'd reach out what I read today, and yeah, kind of discuss it and give my 2 cents on the quote and the passage that I read today. So, so there is, uh, there is like a paragraph or a story that you can read for every day. I read this every day. This one was for yesterday. This one's for today, June 9th. And today's is from Seneca, right? And it's let's just begin. Today's June 9th, and this whole month is about problem solving. Like each month is divided into different stuff, but this month is about problem solving, right? So let me go ahead and read this one. June 9th, solve problems early. There is no vice which lacks a defense, none that at the outset isn't a modest, easily it is isn't modest and easily intervened. But after this, the trouble spreads widely. If you allow it to get started, you won't be able to control when it stops. Every emotion is at first weak. Later, it rouses itself and gathers strength as it moves along. It's easier to slow it down than to supplant it. So after that, that's by Seneca, Moral Letters, 116, 2.b. And then it goes, Rivers. Publius Cyrus reminds us with an epigram. Rivers are easiest to cross at their source. That's what Seneca means too. The raging water and deadly currents of bad habits, ill discipline, chaos, and dysfunction, somewhere they began as no more than just a slight tickle. Somewhere they are placid lake or pond, even a bubbling underground spring. Which would you rather do? Nearly drown in a dangerous crossing in a few weeks, or cross now while it's still easy? It's up to you. Okay, before I go to the quote from the journal, it always gives you, it doesn't give you a quote, it gives you either a question or a sentence to journal about, right? So before, I'm not going to show y'all what's in here because I don't want y'all to read what I have written for my stuff. Like, that's my personal stuff and the shit that I deal with. But um, what I think about this, right? So it talks about vices, addictions. Right now, I am, I wouldn't say I was completely addicted, but like I said before, I'm reducing screen time because I felt like I was doom scrolling too much and I was stuck on my phone for, I would say, up to 2 hours sometimes, just doom scrolling. And I didn't like that. I noticed it. And before it got worse, I decided, you know what? I'm going to just start doing a screen detox, um, do as much as I can, change my phone to just black and white, stuff like that, because if I let it get it even worse, it's gonna start, you know, intervening with my work, with my. I started noticing that I would doom scroll even at the gym, right? Like between sets, and that's when I noticed, like, hey, this is not what I want, right? Like not for work. I think I was disciplined enough for work to let my phone go and then just leave it in a drawer or leave it charging. So for work, it didn't really affect me, but it started to affect me in the gym. I would doom scroll, and then the time I really noticed it, it was I was working out with somebody, and she was talking to me, and I got on my phone, and the first thing I did was open on Instagram and go to Reels, and I was like, oh shit! So I threw my phone, but I kept a note about that, right? I didn't mention it, I didn't say shit. I just kept a note about that. Acknowledge the fact that, oh shit, like I am getting distracted from what I am doing right now. I am not present in the moment because I am looking to go into my vice, right? Which was doom scrolling. So I noted, came back home, um, took a shower, came into my office, journaled, talked about it to myself. I would read it, but there's other stuff that I would not want to read out loud. That's just for me. So basically, I know the gist of it was that I acknowledged the fact that that was a problem. It was starting to be a problem. I was with somebody that I really care about and still do. I don't talk to her right now, but I still care about her, and I wasn't present in that moment completely, right? Like I felt like completely in that moment I wasn't present. I was just fucking stupid and on my phone, right? So I decided to, do something about it now before it got to the point where I like have to be on my phone. I have to be on my phone. And the thing is that I for my job, I do have to be on my phone sometimes, but that's mostly calling. So I don't have to be on my phone. Maybe I have to be just on a phone call, but not on my phone, right? So I decided to do that now before it created more problems into my life and it started creeping into my life, into my goals, into everything that I want to do, right? So, anyways, that's a little personal experience for me. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you have any vices, you don't have to put it out there. Just think about this. If you want to talk about it, I am here. You could go ahead and DM me on Instagram or just put it in the comments. But all right. Then here's the journal. This one ties into this one. It always gives you like a sentence or a question or a quote for you to think about that relates or ties into what you just read, right? So June 9th. It has a morning and evening reflection, right? So you do a morning and evening reflection. Let me just put it like this. I don't want y'all to read what I got going on here. But June 9th. What do I need to nip in the bud right now? So think about that. Uh, if you want to talk about it, let me know. But I suggest you journal. The way I journal is that way, right? Like not just that way. I also talk about what the fuck I'm thinking other than this and what my goals are for the day. What I didn't do, for example, today I didn't run or didn't walk. I didn't do my cardio in the morning, and it kind of bothered me. It kind of pissed me off. And the thing is that I shouldn't let that shit get to me, right? Because it's not my fault. I wasn't able to go because one, it was raining and my camera would have obviously gotten wet, so I wouldn't be able to record. I don't want to get sick. I just got done from being sick like 2 weeks ago and I don't want to get sick again. And then I went to go try my treadmill and for some reason it just wouldn't fucking do anything. It would turn on, but it wouldn't start, it wouldn't do nothing. So I don't know if it's fucked up right now. So it pissed me off, right? So I acknowledged that feeling and said, okay, I need to relax. So I wrote it down, I journaled about it, and it kind of went away. And I realized that I am overreacting. I need to relax. I could go ahead and do my cardio in the afternoon. I don't need to source my happiness from accomplishing that, right? Because if I don't accomplish it, then it's okay. It's whatever. And the funny thing is that the quote from yesterday was about that, right? Doing stuff step by step and then realizing that even if you I can go ahead and read a bit of it. So it goes, you must build up your life action by action and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible. So even if it doesn't, you did the actions that needed to be done, right? So me, I did the actions that needed to be done. I got up early. I realized that okay, it's still raining and there's thunder. It might not be a good idea to go to the park, right? So I walked in the back the warehouse where we have our treadmill and it wouldn't fucking start. It just wouldn't start. It wouldn't do shit. So that kind of pissed me off. But I can't source my happiness from the fact that if I complete my cardio or not. Right? I got to be content with the fact that each one reaches its goal as far as possible, like the quote says. So I did my due diligence. I did what I needed to do, and I realized that only after journaling and talking to myself basically, and realizing that okay, I need to relax. I'm overthinking it. I'm being stupid about it. And one suggestion I do have for you guys, if you want to start journaling, when you journal, it's not just about talking to yourself. What I do is I imagine I'm talking to my younger self. So I am a bit more, I'd say it's not patient. How would I explain it? I am a bit more lenient with what I feel right now, right? I guess that's what I would describe it as. And then, basically try to talk if I'm mad or something, I try to talk myself down. If I am down, I try to talk myself up. It just depends, right? But I imagine I'm talking to my younger self. My younger self, I imagine myself from freshman in high school, right? Because just because that's really just it, just because. I don't want to talk about that too much, but I would suggest you guys to do that if you want to talk to yourself, do journaling, imagine yourself younger, and that's who you're talking to. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you enjoy this type of stuff. If I should continue doing this, maybe I can do this after my cardio, right? Like I'll do a quick cardio yap and then tie it in or finish it off with this. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys like it, I could go ahead and link you where I got this from. I got it from Barnes and Nobles, but I did get it on a special, so I don't know if it's still the same price. But that was the price I paid for it, $60 for both of them, so it's 30 and 30. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think.